no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me.
We are waging war on mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you again another edition of Motivational Monday, episode 113 of Awaken, Your I Am. Tonight, this conversation is going to center around commit to the 1%. Y'all heard your boy, commit to the 1%. For all my replayers out there, I'm starting to see the eyes add up. Holla out here and let your boy know you're out there. Hey, Vaniqua, thank you for joining us today. It was a very productive one for me today. That's what I'm talking about, Vaniqua. Hey, Lisa, thank you for joining us. I'm seeing the eyes add up. If you would, go ahead and share this to your top 5. Go ahead and get your top 5 relationships on here, because if they can't grow with you, they can't go with you. And for anybody that see me sharing with you, that means you're one of the top one. You're somebody in mind that I value, and I want us to make this journey together. So if you all would, go ahead and share this to your top 5 relationships. I'm about to do the same thing for all my replayers. Give us about 30 seconds as we share this out to our top 5 relationships. We understand how important these people are to us, so we want to make sure that they get this bread breaking. Make sure I'm sharing the right one. We want to make sure they're getting this bread in the moment of, give me 1 second. Vaniqua says she's off to a really good start to a week. How about you, Lisa? Hey, Antoinette Marie, thank you for joining us today. If y'all would, go ahead and share this to your top 5 relationships. I'm having a problem sharing it right now. I don't know why. So I'm definitely going to need you all to help me out tonight as I share this out. Let's break bread. Let's get to it. I'm starting to see the eyes adding up. All right, let's share this out. All my replayers, give us about 30 more seconds. Thank you, Lisa. As we're sharing this out, we're about to commence to this bread breaking in about 30 seconds. Yeah, if y'all would please share this out. I'm having a problem with my phone right now. I don't know why it's not sharing. Let me try it one more place. Try it one more way to try to share it. So if you all would, it would help me tremendously if you all would share this out to your top 5 relationships also. Okay, here we go. I just got it where I can share it out. Y'all excuse me that it's taking me a little bit longer tonight, because I don't know what was going on with my phone. It just got where I can send it to my top 5 relationships. So if you would, go ahead and send it to your top 5 as well. I'm sending it out right now. What am I? Give me 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds as I send this out. For all the replayers, please fast forward as we're about to get ready to break this bread. Hey, I find everybody, the people that I'm sending this to, I find you all so important that I want to make sure you get this bread broken, because I want to see y'all go to the next level with us. So many people that want to see, so many people want to make it to the next level. Not a lot of people willing to do the work. Let's commence to the bread breaking. Episode 113 of Awaken Your I Am. Tonight, commit to the 1%. Tonight, commit to the 1%. There's so many people, as I said earlier, that set goals. And I told you all, I almost called tonight no gimmicks, no tricks. I don't do gimmicks. I don't do tricks, because here's the thing about gimmicks and tricks. They don't last. Gimmicks and tricks only work for a day or two or a small season, but gimmicks and tricks doesn't give us long-term satisfaction and or long-term success. I almost called it no gimmicks, no tricks, because the turning of a new year, people believe that I'm going to start doing this better. I'm going to do this better. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to start saving money. I'm going to change these habits. I'm going to do this differently this year. I'm going to prioritize the people in my life I need to prioritize. And we have all of these gimmicks and tricks going into the changing of a new calendar year. gimmicks and tricks. We have all of those gimmicks and tricks going into the new calendar and year, but nothing has changed with our mindset. Nothing has changed with our mindset. And then we go make declarations telling all these people around us about what are we going to do differently. And less than 3 months later, we're right back in the same situation. I go to the gym. The gym I go to in the beginning of the year, the gym is so packed, I could barely get in. That was before COVID. And even now, it is increasing. It's going to increase people in January, February, March. And by April, it's right back to where it was. It's the select 15 or 20 that's in there at the same time, that's built the ritual, built habits of being in the gym. It's going to be right back to us because many people are going to make commitments that's a gimmick or a trick, and they're going to try to find a shortcut to getting what they want because the changing of a calendar year says, I can do something differently. But I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with the human nature of saying that I want something more, that I got to do something different. There's nothing wrong with that human nature that says that. But the challenge is, how long can I do it without seeing the results that I think I should achieve in my life? I just broke bread. I just broke bread. How long can I produce a behavior without seeing the results that I believe I should see? That's the question where many people tend to fail at making long-lasting changes in their life. They negate that there is a possibility that I can do all the right things and not get the results that I want to get in that small time frame. And see, that's the challenge with people that make New Year's resolutions. This is the challenge with people that see the changing of the clock as a brand new day or a brand new lifestyle without the changing of the behaviors. And when I don't see what I think I ought to see in January, February 2022, I go right back to who I was in April or May of 2021. I just broke bread. Why is it so easy to make those declarations? Because it requires little thought. It requires little work when I make the declaration. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Rajetta. Thank you for joining us. You should feel so special. If I shared this with you, I want you to grow with me. If I share my Motivational Mondays with you and I share Bridging the Nations with you, I want you to grow with us. It's not my goal to leave. I'm going to tell you like Jesus said, it's not my goal that any of us should perish. But all of us should have life and have it more abundantly. I want that for all of us. If I share this to you, it's because you are so special. And I want to grow with you. And I want you to go with us because we're going somewhere. We're going somewhere. And I want all of us to go together. Tonight, we're talking about a commit to the 1%. Motivational teacher. When you say commit to the 1%, what do you mean? If you improve 1% a day for a year, come on now. If you improve 1% a day for a year, by the end of that year, you will be 37 times better than you were at the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year. Hey, Mom, thank you for joining us. You would improve 37% by the end of that calendar year by improving 1% each day. Come on, Lisa, we got to commit to the 1%. See, a lot of people believe that my life goals and my life dreams are going to happen just basically by osmosisly, by me just making a declaration into the earth. I'm going to blab it and I'm going to grab it. And we believe that it's going to come to us. No. It comes by committing to the 1%. Come on, Vaniqua. Come on. Commit to the 1%. See, a lot of people tell you, motivational speakers, and y'all got to excuse my voice. I've been in the gym all day with my kids. I've been coaching. I've been doing a lot with my voice. So my voice is, my little chorus is trying to show a little wear and tear, but I'm getting stronger. I'm getting better every day. And ain't nothing going to keep me from getting right here to you all so we can grow together. So a motivational teacher, they tell me that I got to go 120 if I want to see true change in my life. Motivational teacher, they told me that I got to run through walls in order to see true change in my life. Motivational teacher, they told me I got to do 100,000 things in order to get to where it's still loud. My sister, you funny. To get to where I want to go. They've given me all of these different rules to where now I believe success is a figment of my imagination, that it requires so much for me to get there that I can't fathom seeing myself there, because I know what it looks like. I know what the end of what I want to become looks like, that it's so big that it's even hard for me to begin, because I know what I want the end to look like. The motivational teacher to the masses today is saying, let's take a step back and let's just commit to 1%. I want you to make one commitment that every day I'm going to get 1% better. So at the end of the calendar year 2022, I'm 37% or 37 times better than I was going into 20. Come on, man. This is going to be a bread-breaking moment tonight. This is going to be a bread-breaking moment tonight. I know some of you all are from the country, and you probably heard your grandmama say that it's the small foxes that spoil the vine. We think it's the big ones that's eat from. It's the small foxes that spoil the vine. It's about finding the areas in our life where we can begin to tweak and we can begin to increase that 1% to grow 37 times better by the end of the year. Small changes, come on, man, I'm going somewhere. Small changes of habits in our lives drive our behavior. Small changes and small habits of our lives drive our behaviors and manifestation. And here's the reality of the situation. Awaken your I am. And here's the reality of the situation right now. Most of us that are looking at this screen right now, we really truly don't know where we need to begin in order to improve. Most of us have been walking around with the same behaviors for the last 30, 40 years, seeing the same results, to the point to where I don't know where to start to improve, because the person that I believe is me is truly not who I am. Man, I'm breaking bread right now. Because the habits and the decisions that I've made up until this point has given me the thought process and pattern that I have right now. What if you grew up in a different household with the Obamas? Would you see the world through the same lens as you see it now? The answer would be no. So how do you know that the seat you sit in today is truly the seat that God intended for you to sit in? I'm breaking bread right now. The reason why God came and introduced himself to Abraham as the father of many nations, because Abraham couldn't see himself as the father of one. Oh, that's a bread-breaking moment right now. He introduced himself as the father of many nations because he will say, Abraham, this is what I can do through your awakened I am. Come on, man. That's a bread-breaking moment. But Abraham had been barren. Sarah had been barren from the time they got married, from the time they commenced their relationship, from the time he knew her. So barrenness was the only land, the only place that Abraham knew. And then God, the great I am, came and introduced his I am to Abraham as the father of many nations. So my challenge to you is tonight, what have you been looking at that's been barren in your life? And God is trying to reintroduce it. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. He's trying to reintroduce himself to you in a brand new way that was meant to be yours since the foundation of the earth. Oh, that's a bread-breaking moment. The person you look in the mirror might not be the person you were intended to be. I'm breaking bread right now. Your environment, our environment a lot of times shapes what we see. That's a bread-breaking moment right there. Well, I just don't know. I've never had money like that in my life. I don't know if that's really for me. You're right. You don't know if it's really for you. And I can tell you, if that's your mindset, it's not for you. I can tell you that if that's your mindset, thank you. If that's your mindset, I know for a fact it's not for you, because you've adopted what you saw or grew up as your reality. And now you can never outperform that level of reality in your life. Oh, I'm breaking bread right in here today. Somebody gonna holler at your boy. Somebody is gonna holler at your boy today. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to have that kind of money. Because you, oh my God, let me break bread. Because you got the thought, you are supposed to have it in your life. Stop that stinking thinking. Come on, Vaniqua. Stop that thinking. You don't, man. Oh my God, but I can run out of this room right now. You don't know who you are. You don't know. You better awaken your I am. He came to Gideon and called Gideon a mighty warrior when Gideon was working out there in the fields. He saw Gideon as a warrior when he was working out in the fields. How you do that, motivational teacher? And I'm telling you that me and you both are no different. That God sees us from the beginning to the end. You are worth the commitment to the 1%. Most of us don't see we only see ourselves as Abram and not the father of many nations, or we only see ourselves as a field worker and God sees us as a mighty warrior, and we treat ourselves and we won't commit to the 1% because I can't outperform how I see myself. Awaken your I am. Oh, that's a bread breaking moment right there. That is hey y'all, I'm telling you, I'm gonna give y'all everything I got tonight. I'm going to give y'all everything I have tonight. You got to see yourself worthy of the 1% commitment. I see Vaniqua to my started writing in a planner and would get upset with myself when I didn't do the amount I told myself I would do. So by planner every day. It went off too quick. I didn't get to read the rest of it. Planner, I put at least my 1% in. We got to get to the place where I see myself worthy of the 1%. I got to start. I love the fact, oh my God, I'm a bread breaker. I love the fact that God did not wait until Gideon became a mighty warrior before he called him a man of valor. He called Gideon a man of valor before he ever went and fought any war. Why? Because Gideon had to see his I am differently in order to put the 1% in to become the man of mighty valor. I love the fact that when he saw Peter, he called Peter a fisherman of men before he ever went and got one human being. Why? Because he calls those things that be not as they are, so you see yourself worthy of the 1%. That's a bread breaking moment right there. I commit to the masses because I see myself worthy of the masses. I see myself worthy of the 1% commitment every day. My I am has been awakened as to what can be. I'm not calling you Lisa, I don't know, the shampoo lady, your hair replacement specialist. Although in this season of your life, I don't know if that's what you do or not. Although in this season of your life, you might be shampooing heads, but that doesn't change the reality of how God sees you already. You got to commit to the 1%. I see you already. Right now, you may be an RN, but I see you as the DON. Why? Because you have to see the DON to commit to the 1% to become the DON. I love the fact that he calls those things that be not as they are. They be not. I love the fact that he speaks those things that are not yet, but are yet to come. In order for us to commit, okay, I got too pumped up. I got too hyped. I guess my voice sound pretty. My wife brought me some tea because she see where tonight is going. So this is a new one on Motivational Monday. I'm gonna get this tea because I hope I don't bust a sweat, but I got somewhere I'm trying to get to. Yes, the hair replacement specialist. Listen. To commit to that 1% daily, to commit to that 1% improvement daily means that it comes from the inside. Because I can promise you, once you start making this commitment, you don't see results tomorrow with a 1% a day improvement. Results aren't tomorrow, but give it some time. Results are compounded, but it's going to take you 3, 6, 12 months to start seeing the results of a 1% improvement. Hey, Virginia, thank you for joining us tonight. Small changes, small habits are driving your behaviors and are driving your manifestation. But you got to see yourself as worthy of the commitment. It's not about just going 100 miles per hour. It's not about going from sun up to sundown as hard as you can go, although those are things that people do. But you got to see yourself worthy of the commitment. All big things come from small beginnings. Apple started out as an idea in Steve Jobs' head. Amazon started out as an idea in Jeff Bezos' head. Microsoft started out as an idea in Bill Gates' mind. All these things started out as small ideas or had small beginnings, but they saw the investment worthy of the returns. They saw what I had could be great. So let me invest manpower. Let me invest my resources into what I have today for a better outcome tomorrow. If I give enough 1%, bread breaking moment, if I improve enough 1% over time, I gotta get my attained goal. There's no way that I could be so dedicated and committed to my 1% and don't see the expected outcome in my life over time. I'm telling you right now, there is no way you can fail when you're committing to the 1%. Even if the thing that you're committed to is not the thing you're not supposed to be committed to, it teaches you the process in order to get whatever it is you want to attain in your life. It's not about becoming a millionaire. It's about what you attain and what you learn in the process of becoming a millionaire. Once you become a millionaire, to become a 10 millionaire is 10 million times easier than it is to become a millionaire. Why? Because the knowledge that I have obtained at becoming a millionaire, even if I throw myself my 1% improving daily in an area of my life where 5 years from now, I might not be in that area anymore, but I'm telling you, the stuff that you learn from that 1% and becoming that thing, whatever that thing is useful in helping you in the next phase of your life. Oh, what if I do it and it doesn't work out? There's a chance. What's up, Facebook user? Let me see, can I see it on my phone? I can't see who Facebook user is. Well, what's up out there, Facebook user? What's good? Even if you commit to that 1% and you do it. See, I think a lot of us that have grown up, and I say we're trying to generate first generation wealth, or we're trying to be first generation anything, whether I'm trying to be the first generation prosperous marriage in my household, or I'm trying to be the first generation daddy to have my kids in my house, or I'm trying to be the first in this generation, first person in my family to get a degree. No matter what you're in, first of whatever, there are going to come doubts, there are going to come unbelief. You're going to have moments of where you struggle, but I'm just challenging you to commit to the 1% over all else. Every day, I'm going to improve. Every day, I am going to get better in some area of my life. In a minute, we'll talk about what to commit to. And I know a lot of motivational speakers. I know a lot of, people on the internet or on YouTube or on the internet will tell you, what's up, Coach T? Your goals are the most important. Your goals or I heard, and I'm not, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. It's about most people don't succeed because they don't have goals, which Earl Nightingale, which I agree, motivational teacher, I agree somewhat, but there are a lot of people out there with goals that have no idea how to attain them, have no idea how to start them. So I know this is crazy for me to somewhat agree with the father of the self-help industry, which is Earl Nightingale. I somewhat agree that people don't have goals. I don't think that's the majority of it. I think that's some of it, because goals give us focus on where we're going. But I think the real reason why most people don't attain or don't maximize their potential, I want to say it like that. Most people don't maximize their potential because they are focused on goals and not focused on their systems. That's a bread breaking moment right there. They're focused on goals. And which goals, I get it. I want you. Coach T has lost over 100 pounds. I get it. My sister has lost over 60 pounds. I get it. I want you to have your goals. Trust me, your goals are only meant to give you focus If I focus, I know where I want to be, but it's my systems that gives me the ability to see my goals through. That's a bread breaking moment. Stop grinding for goals and focus on increased systems. My goal is to lose 100 pounds. I don't lose 100 pounds, focus on losing 100 pounds. I lose 100 pounds, focused on caloric intake, caloric output. Simply put, I don't, and my systems that I set up provide me the network in order to attain my goal. Like, for example, if my goal is to lose 100 pounds, I got waters all around my house. I don't have Coca-Cola and Sprite all in my refrigerator. Why? Because that's my systems. Out of sight, out of mind. I want more of the things around me that's going to make me successful, and I want less of the things around me that makes me less. If my goal is to lose 100 pounds, I'm moving away from Krispy Kreme. I cannot live by Krispy Kreme and see that hot now sign if my goal is to lose 100 pounds. Come on, somebody holler at your boy out there. I got to start building systems that help me be successful. Bread broken. I'm going to let that breathe right there. I'm going to let that breathe right there. I love the fact that you got goals, but what are your systems? What are your systems? Got Coach T chiming in this conversation. Some people have goals just because you have to put your goals in motion. Believe in the faith and awaken your I am. I'm telling you, you got to start putting that stuff, Vanika laughing. You got to start putting that stuff in motion. You got to start setting systems up around your goals. We're going into 2022. I told you, no gimmicks, no tricks. You got to be willing to put in the work, the 1%. In order to do that, you got to awaken your I am and see yourself worthy of the investment from you. I'm breaking bread right now. We got to start increasing the systems around us to be successful. How, if my goal is to save, is to have $100,000 in the bank or in my investment portfolio or whatever my goals is, I now got to start keeping books around me that talk about money. I got to start watching CNBC, Cutlow. I got to start watching, start reading prospectuses about where to input my money. I got to start putting systems around me to help me grow. That's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get here come a bad word, a budget. I got to get a budget that says that I give every dollar in my house a job. Right now, in my house, every dollar in here has a job. There is no dollar that goes unaccounted for. Every dollar in my house has a job, because if I want to be a millionaire, I have to show myself accountable. Or the Bible would say it this way: I have to show myself as a good steward to what I have coming in order for my territory to be enlarged. It's all biblical. It's all, and no matter how many times we try this, all of these things are biblical and have been given to us, because the kingdom has been hidden from the wise, but to us has he released it to us. Man, I'm breaking bread. And I ordered the book already, Budget for Beginners. Come on, Philip. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. We got to start building systems that help us be successful. We got to start getting people around us. I told you to invite your top 5, because as you build these systems, you need people around you that think like you think, not the old you. Let me rephrase that. That begins to think not like the old you. You need people around you that think like the new you. You got to have people around you that are part of your systems. That when I'm having bad days, I can call somebody that's a part of my system and they can give me a word on what I need. Oh, I want Chick-fil-A so bad today. I want that chicken sandwich and them waffle fries so bad today. I need somebody in my system say, brother, go get your doggone salad and keep it moving, because you got somewhere you're trying to get to. The version of you're worth that 1%. Commitment. Oh my God, that's a strong word. That's a strong word. You need people that speak the same growth language as you speak. You need somebody that when you're having a bad day and you're struggling, they can say, hey, you're worth the 1%. Invest in you today. I know what it sounds like. I know what it looked like, but I need for you to, I know you just had a bad day and I emotional eat. Come on, coach. Come on. I call Coach Rod. Come on, proactive. I emotionally eat. But I gotta call my system buddy and say, man, I'm having a bad day. Man, the hot now sign is on, and I want to stop by there. I need somebody on the other end say, you're worth the 1%. Oh, that's a bread breaking moment right there. That's a bread breaking moment. That's why you better start inviting your top 5 relationships so you'll know you're worth the 1%. I love this quote by Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellent then is not an act, but a habit. We are what we repeatedly do. Oh, that's a bread breaking moment by Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do. Don't tell me about what you want to be if you're not willing to invest 1% in you. Oh, I got this big vision, I got this big goal, and God is going to bless me, and God is going to do this, and you're not willing to commit to the 1%. So you want, oh my God, so you want Bank of America to invest $100,000 in your vision or in your goal, and you're not willing to invest the 1%. You call motivational teacher to the masses. I need for you to mentor me. No, you got to first see yourself worth the 1%. Newsflash, don't call me for my mentorship if you ain't showing up for Motivational Monday. If you don't see yourself worthy to commit to a Monday, you can't commit to these words that I speak. These words ride on commitment. Seeing yourself worthy of the 1%. If you can't commit to them, I won't even, I'm not even for money. Not even for money will I coach somebody that don't show up on a consistent, not even for money. I'm not in this for money. I'm in this for manifestation. I just broke bread. I'm looking to build a portfolio of people that want to grow and go and become and take this world. These are they that's turning the world upside down. Those are the people that I want to be yoked with, so I can call when I'm having a bad day and say, hey, I need for you to tell me I'm worth the 1%. It's a bread breaking moment right there. Everybody wants something great. Everybody this is a word for you all too. Don't spend your time with chickens when you are an eagle. Eagles don't hang out with chickens. Stop trying to cast your pearls to swine. Mama, I know you're going to say that's too hard, but it's the real deal. Stop casting your pearls to somebody who won't appreciate it. Everybody that comes to your life, if they don't see themselves worth the 1%, you better sit there and hold your mule. Why should I cast my pearls to people that ain't going to listen to me anyway? My time is so valuable that I choose. That I make that I require that you gotta see yourself worth the. You will not wait. Man, come on, man. Some of us got people in our lives that the only reason why they call is to tell us they drama, they pain, what's going wrong in their life. They call and tell us all these things, and they don't see themselves worth the 1%. But you sit there and fall asleep on the phone with them 5 and 6 hours, hear them complain, and why? Because you don't see yourself worth the 1%. Shoot, that's a bread breaking moment. You can't take hours of my time because my time, I gotta invest my own 1%. I'm listening to you for 5 hours whining and complaining about how bad your life is, then I can't get my 1%. And I'll be doggone if I'm gonna let somebody who love their depressed life to try to bring me down to their level. You put awaken your I am. I'm comfortable in I said it yesterday on Bridging the Nation. I'm comfortable in my brown skin. I'm okay with that. We are what we repeatedly do. If we're looking to change something in our lives, we have to change what we repeatedly do. That's why the 1% is so important. There's so many people around us that wants change but are not willing to commit to anything differently because we are what we repeatedly do. And I always said that the key to this whole theme is awakening your I am to the prospect of what can be, because now that gives you the fuel and the motivation to say I can be something different. I said it before from Joe Dispenza. In order to change your personal reality, you have to change your personality. Well, I don't know, motivational teacher, you want me to become somebody different? Yes. Yes. You want $1 million? Have the mindset of somebody that has $1 million, that's been through the process to attain $1 million, that's learned how to manage money along the process. Oh, I want my own business. Yes, you got to remove yourself from an employee mindset to the mindset of an employer. That requires that I invest 1%, that I invest 1% every day for several years to be 37 times better at the end of the year. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. That's a bread-breaking moment right there. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Yeah, one act could be, well, I'm going to tune into this Motivational Monday, and you do it once every 6 weeks. Or an act could be, I'm going to start this self-improvement journey. I got a book. You read the book every, 15, 20 days, you read a page or two. Have I really changed what I repeatedly do? Or have I built in a mechanism, or have I built in a process to help me feel better about myself, yet that will not yield me any more results than what I already have? See, I got to be real with you. I got to be real with you. I'm not going to sit here and make you feel good and not ask you questions to help you come to a better solution about your own growth and development so you can get different results in your life. I'm not here to make you just smile about where you are. I want you to appreciate where you are, but understand that God called Gideon a man of valor before he ever threw one punch. Understand that he told Peter, I'm going to make you fisher of men before he ever went and got one person. Understand that he called Abram the father of many nations when Sarai was barren. Why, motivational teacher? Because you have to begin to see that I am worth the change. My life is worth the change. You don't have to die in order to change the world. Coach T, you have to be willing to put in the work to see the results. Nothing just happened. Lisa, excellence is a habit. Rod, real talk. Come on, man. We'll go. Hey, here's the changing of a new calendar year. Here's the changing of a new season. Like, man, awaken your I am to the possibilities that can be. I deserve to be in this room just like everyone else. Yes, you do, Philip. Yes, you belong to be in this room, man. And in the future, you deserve to have your own room like this where you let us in. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. You are worthy of the investment. I was the person that didn't see myself, didn't think I was smart enough, didn't think I was bright enough. I was the person that sat in the back of the room that probably could answer the question, but then because I thought my answer was wrong, I'm telling you, awaken your I am, that whatever you choose to be, whatever you want to be in this life is right on the other side of your continuous improvement. I'm breaking bread right now. Motivational teacher, you said earlier, don't just strive for goals. Excellence is a habit. Yes. Motivational teacher, you said earlier, don't just strive for goals. Goals are meant to give our life focus and to give our life clarity. Don't get me wrong. There's a place in our life for goals. Goals are the results we want to achieve. Systems are about the process that leads to those results. And I think something that I think that a lot of us don't do in the church, in the body of Christ, or however you want to say it, just on earth, I think a lot of us don't build systems to help us be successful. Like when I decide to make a lifestyle modification or a lifestyle change that I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, I got to start building vehicles and avenues in order to help me be successful. We got to start focusing on these systems that leads to these results. My son today, we were in the gym. His goal, not mine, is to be a middle school high school, college, professional basketball players. Those are his goals. But we don't stop at those are your goals. Those goals drive the decisions of how we spend our days. Today, I guarantee he shot at least 800 shots off the shoot machine today. I guarantee you, yesterday we ran 2.5 miles. Today he did weightlifting with the varsity team. Why, motivational teacher? Because these are the systems that get you to those 4 goals. Those goals gives your life clarity. Those goals gives your life focus on where I need to spend my time, but it's the systems and the processes that gives you the results. Oh my God, that's a mouthful. That's a mouthful right there. It's those processes that set up. Folk, I know they tell me I got to keep my goal. I want you to write your goals down. And I want you to put them on your bathroom wall or window or wherever you put your goals, or write them down in the refrigerator, get your house, your car, whatever you want, put it on the refrigerator. We used to do that. No matter, we got sticky cards that talk about who we are and who we are. I am. I want you to have all those things around you, but because I need to increase your I am to see you're worth the investment. That's the first thing. After I see or I know I'm worth the investment, now I have to start putting processes in place to get me to those goals. We shot over 800 shots today. Why, motivational teacher? Because if his goal is to be a middle school player, high school player, college player, pro player, you're going to let that drive how you spend your time. Like, what systems do you have in your life? Yesterday, we lift weights for 45 minutes. We train for 45 minutes in order to improve strength and durability and stamina. Why? Because in order to get to these 4 things, you got to have strength, stamina in order to get to these 4 goals that you have. Motivation. I asked them again. I'm the motivational teacher. I asked, help me understand, how does 5 hours of PlayStation 5 help you when this is what you want to be? I ask my kids questions to help them come to their own conclusions. So it ain't dad telling me what I need to do. You can sit in here and play 5 more hours. But when you don't get your goal, just understand it's about how you invested your time and what you committed to. I talk to my kids and I ask those questions to get them to start thinking about what I truly want. And if this is what I truly want, then what's my commitment level? Because I guarantee you that it's somebody right over there in Michigan committed to doing it the right way. I guarantee you it's somebody in Indiana that's outside right now grinding because they committed to this. They, number one, they see themselves worth the commitment. And number 2, they're willing to put in the work. I know that's an example as it relates to my 12-year-old, but that example is the same for you and I. That example is the same for me and you as it relates to what we want on this earth. Like I tell you, there is no competition to an awakened I am. Oh, it's a bread-breaking moment. There is no competition to an awakened I am. I am willing to do the work. I will suffer. I'm going to say it just like this because that's what my favorite book. I will suffer for a while. Yeah, I will. I'll drive by the Krispy Kreme for a while. I'll drive by the McDonald's for a while to get the body that I know that God has given me before the foundation of the earth. I'll suffer for a moment so I can reign in the end. I'm telling you right now, there is no competition to an awakened I am because 95% of the population are just trying to fit in. Come on, man, I'm breaking bread. Goals are good for setting direction. Systems are best for making progress. Systems are best for making progress. Like, find the area. Let's make this interactive. I got about 15 more minutes. Let's make this interactive. What areas of your life do you need to improve to get you closer to where you want to go? So if I'm looking at this naturally, and now I'm finna start just showing you what this looked like in my mind. If I'm looking at this naturally and I say, hey, I want to get my relationship with my spouse, I need for that to be better. Okay, and I've done this before. Like my wife, when it was about 2017, I need for you to pay more attention to me. I need to hear more I need to hear more affection from you. So my system I put in place is I put a rubber band around my wrist. That when I was working, I had rubber bands. I take it off. I put a rubber band around my wrist, and when I looked at the rubber band, I thought about every time I'm gonna send a text of how much I appreciate you, tell you how much I love you. When we're in person, I see that rubber band. I'm gonna come give you a hug. I'm gonna do something to show affection, to let you know that I care. So I had to start putting systems in place because naturally because of how I grew up in the environment that I grew up in, it made me just not affectionate based on my environment. Doesn't mean that I wasn't born affectionate. It just meant my environment shaped that into me, because when you see so much, when you've been made so many promises to and you don't see them, you just tend to stop having value and making those commitments or whatever. And so my environment made me not as affectionate as God intended me to be. So I had to create behaviors or systems to help me be affectionate. Now I got to say I've improved to the point where I don't have to have a rubber band, that I make that a part of who I am now at this moment. So that's one natural example from my life. Coach T said financing and budgeting. When my wife and I, we had just got married, we spent every nickel we owned on the wedding. How dumb were we to do that back then? But we didn't know any better. So when you don't know better, you do what's already been what's the word I'm looking for? That's already been coded into your mind to do. You do what you've always done. And since poverty had grew up in me, I knew how to make myself broke at any stage of my life, because that's what I grew up with. And I knew how to make myself broke. It's crazy. Like, it seemed like I was attracted to being broke, because that's all I knew. And so even when we were getting married, we just got married, I found myself flat broke again. How did it happen, motivational teacher? Because I was attracted to it. I somewhat believed I shouldn't have more. And so we were debt broke. I had just got laid off. I got another job, but in order for me to take that job, it required that we moved to another city that neither one of us had been to. And because we had just spent all of our money on the wedding, we didn't have any money. No, a house wasn't in the question. We had to go there and rent. And so we was like, okay, if we're not going to rent for the rest of our time, and we sold, my wife had a house, we sold it for zero profit, because we just didn't want the mortgage, because we had to move. So we moved, we spent all that money, everything we had, she had, I had, on a wedding. We moved flat broke. And so we started from scratch. We started with the Dave Ramsey money management system. We started with Dave Ramsey, and we did the envelope system. And we started learning that when we were out of money to eat out, it was beans and rice and beans. It was the commitment we made to one another, and that we were going to save X amount of dollars a month. In order for us to save X amount of dollars a month, we had to live what we call back then lean. We had to live lean. There wasn't a bunch of going to the movies. There wasn't a bunch of eating out. There wasn't a bunch of doing things that we enjoyed doing for fun. Why? Because we had to live lean in order to build a nest egg, just in case I got laid off again or something happened, that we would have enough nest egg. So we started doing Dave Ramsey money management system. We started putting everything in envelopes for food, for eating out. We had it in envelopes, light bill, water bill. We had it all in envelopes. And we could not go, once that money was out, it was over. Once the food money was over, it was, well, all right, you got to eat whatever's in these cabinets. Beans and rice, rice and beans. But that was the level of my 1% that we committed to in order to move from this place of debt and lack to say, okay, God, you can trust me with more, because I'm becoming a better steward over what I have. And believe you me, the challenge is never, can God get more to me? The challenge is never, can he awaken my I am to more? That is never the challenge. The challenge is, do I have the level of maturity to be able to manage the more he wants to give me? If we were never faithful over those $400 or $500 that we were saving per month, he could never let us get to thousands and thousands of dollars per month, because we were never faithful over the 400. And my challenge to you is that the areas of your life where you're looking for maximum manifestation, you got to commit to the 1%. You got to commit to the discipline. You got to commit to the grind that it takes to build the processes around you till it becomes a newly formed habit. That's the place we ultimately want to get to where it is what I repeatedly do. Right now, I got to be honest. We have no credit card debt. We have no, I don't even know what kind of debt people have these days. Credit scores, I don't know, it's 840. I don't know what it is, something like that. We don't have any of those things because when we committed to Dave Ramsey, it built new habits in our house, and we all what we repeatedly do. It built new habits, and so now we no longer need the envelope system because now we've been programmed. We've been deprogrammed from being broke and now being programmed on how to build wealth that we no longer need the Dave Ramsey money management system because now it's like Aristotle. It's what we repeatedly do. Now, did it take 10 years? It took 10 years in order to get to that place. Did it take 5 years? It took 5 years in order to get there. But the whole time we were creating new habits, our territory was being enlarged. It was being enlarged. And ladies and gentlemen, and for you, it's no different. You'll start seeing that the moment you commit to this and you start doing it for a while, you're going to have explosive growth in those areas. You're going to start to see money you didn't know you had. You're going to start getting raises and bonuses that you didn't know were coming to you. Your spouse going to start showing that same level of respect. Or if you're the biggest giver in your house, your spouse is going to start matching your level of giving. I'm telling you, it's so natural, but it's the commitment on the front part. The hardest day is day one. It's the commitment on the front part that is the toughest in order to see what we want to see in the end. That's a bread-breaking moment right there. What are areas in your life do you need to commit to the 1%? Like, you got to be honest with yourself. What one behavior can I change that's going to give me the most growth in this season of my life? You got to be that level. You got to be that honest with yourself, that detailed with yourself in order to write down what that behavior is. What one behavior can I change today that's going to give me the most manifestation in my life that I'm looking for? You got to be that honest with yourself, and you got to write that 1% and commit to it. Philip said writing. The challenge with writing, Philip, is that I can't see myself as writing. I have to see myself as a writer. What does a writer do? A writer writes. I can't see myself as a person who's just writing. I have to see myself as a writer. If I only write 2 sentences today, I am a writer. I can no longer see myself as a person who talks to people. I have to see myself as a speaker. You know, a speaker shows up. I'm a poet. You got to, come on. I love that, Philip. You have to see yourself as a poet and not someone who just writes. I am a poet. What do poets do? They write poetry. You got to change the way you see yourself. Awaken your Abraham. Abraham, you are father of many nations. Although he didn't have a kid, God called him a father. How do I call myself the motivational teacher to the masses, and I got 10 eyes looking at me across 3 platforms. How do you do it, motivational teacher? Because I call myself as I see myself. I ain't no little speaker. I'm a giant in this industry. Boy, I just broke bread. I am a giant in this industry, motivational teacher. I'm not speaking just vain words because I'm putting in the 1%. I'm putting in the 1%. I'm putting in the 1%, and I can make that level of declaration and commitment, and I can say that out loud because I'm not afraid of the work. I'm putting in the work. Ladies and gentlemen, the crux of this whole conversation is this. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You always fall to the level of your systems. I tell my son this every day. I tell my son this, both my sons this every day. In a pressure situation in a basketball game, it's 2 seconds on the clock. I'm running a play for you to catch the ball in the corner and shoot it. At that moment, you don't rise to the occasion. You sink to the level of your training. Have I taken this? Have I taken this shot with with intentional repetition for the last 5 years, last 3 years? I shot this shot 5,000 times over the last 2 years, and this one shall be no different. You sink to the level of your training. You sink to the level of your systems when things get tough. That's why I'm challenging you. Your goals are awesome because they give your life clarity and they give your life focus, but you sink to the level of your system when you're put in pressure situations. Oh, you're hungry, and you know when you're hungry, you make bad decisions when you're trying to die. You're hungry, and I'm riding by McDonald's, I don't know if I'm gonna make it at that moment. At that moment, you don't rise to the level of your goal. You sink to the level of your systems. Do I have a Cliff Bar in my glove compartment? Do I have a, I don't know, do I have a, I don't know, a box of raisins? I don't know, whatever. Do I have something that I know that's been built a part of my system that's going to help me make better decisions when I'm hungry? Do I have a Kind Bar in this when I need to make better decisions? You sink to the level of your systems. There is no explosive growth without building systems around you to facilitate and to incubate what you need in order to see the manifestation of growth in your life. You got to have systems to incubate that new growth. Without those systems, I mean, you can confess it, you can blab it, you can grab it. I got faith in God. You can have all of these different things, which I'm not saying all those things are needed. I'm not saying they're not needed, but you got to start building systems and start building people that in your life that when you hit those roadblocks, these systems and these people help you see that you're worth the 1% of investment. 1% a day, improve 1% a day, a year. You will be 1% a day for a year. You're 37 times better than you were in January and December. Ladies and gentlemen, I've given you the keys to the kingdom. Pick whatever area of your life that will give you the most growth in whatever area that you're trying to achieve. Pick that area of your life and say, motivational teacher, I'm committed to the 1%. I am committing to the 1%. I am worth the 1%. Here's the challenge. I can tell you this, 95% of the people that could hear this 1% will never commit 1% a day. Why? Because that I am is not awakened enough to believe that I'm worth the commitment. Most people have subconscious to believe that I'm worth my 8 to 5. That's all I could be. Or all I am is a mom to my kids, and that's all I could ever be. Or all I am is a whatever I am at this company, that's who I am. That's all I could be. Most people only believe that about their I am. See, that's why I challenge you to awaken your I am and see yourself as the father of many nations, and you don't even have a child. See yourself as a mighty warrior, and you're working out in the wheat field. I'm challenging you to see yourself in a different light that makes you that you see yourself worthy of building processes and systems around you to facilitate what you see on the inside of you. But if I can't get you to believe that about you, you'll never do 1% a day. And you can listen to these motivational Mondays, and you can listen to all these tapes. You can go out there and listen to E.T., Joyce Meyer, Miles Monroe, T.D. Jakes, Inky. You can go listen to all of them. If your I am is not awakened, you're not going to put in the work to get it done because subconsciously you believe. This is my lot in life. For my secular job, I work for a Fortune 100 company. I'm a people manager. 95% of my job as a people leader is to help people believe and see more in themselves than they see. It's my job when they can only see 20 feet. it's my job to help them see themselves at 50 feet. When they can see 50 feet, it's my job to help them see themselves at 100 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what this is all about. If you believe you're worth the investment, make the commitment. I love it, Lisa. I am worth more. I am not a writer. I am a poet. Poets write poetry. I am not a beautician. I am a hair replacement specialist. This is what I do. I am not an employee. I am a business owner. I employ people. This is what employers, this is what they do. Start seeing yourself differently. If you start seeing yourself differently on the inside, you'll start putting the processes and systems in place externally to get you to where you want to be. You know why I went and invested in this expensive computer? Because I know as a motivational teacher, I got to put out a quality. Why I went and invested in the lighting? Because I got to put a quality. Well, you know why I went and bought this desk? Because I'm so tall and not all desks fit me. You know why I had to go get this desk specifically? Because it fit, because I'm not buying for where I am. I'm buying for where I want to go. I am building processes for where I want to go. I'm not doing it for now. I'm doing it for 3 years from now because I'm doing 1% a day. Make the investment in you today. Why continue to sacrifice your goals and your dreams for your life of mediocrity or your life or your life that's just normal? Start making the incremental changes, decisions needed now. So 5 years, it get you to you want. I am not just a charge nurse. I am the director of nursing. See yourself differently. Not a charge. Yeah. I know my name tag might say charge nurse or discharge nurse, but that ain't who I am. Every time somebody read that name tag, Nico is lying to them. This is not who I am. I've been awakened to the DON. I've been awakened to the director of nursing. I know it says charge nurse, but don't let my name tag lie to you. Not many days from now, I'm putting in the work. I got the process and system. Not many days from now, I will be the director of nursing. I am putting in the work. I challenge you. Start building those, man, I'm telling you, I see this stuff so clear right now. When I started this Awaken Your I Am series, I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea where it was going to end up. Or I'll be honest, I had no idea that I could see with the clarity that I see now. Like I see that success is not a figment of my imagination. Success is something tangible that I build every day. And I see eyes leaving. I feel sorry for the people that's leaving because they don't see themselves worthy of the 1% investment. Honestly, for what I'm saying right now, I will tell my job, I'm coming in 15 minutes late so I can get the rest of this, because otherwise you'll be working for that same job 15 years later if you don't get what I'm saying right now. I'm telling you right now, like I'm starting to see this so vividly and so clear. And I'm like, man, and I can see the growth not only in my life, but I see the growth in my wife's life. I see the growth in my children's lives, because what I'm telling you is what I'm doing at my own house. And I'm seeing the growth not only in my life, but I'm seeing it in theirs as well. And I'm challenging you to start seeing yourself worth the investment. That's why I laugh and I sit back and I say, wow, I can't believe that people choose. Oh man, that's a strong word. People choose to live in mediocrity, and they don't know they're making that decision. If I've never broken bread, I broke bread on that moment. People are choosing to live in mediocrity, and they don't even know that they're choosing to do it. They have been so programmed by their environment that they believe that it's my lot in life. When there are so many biblical examples, I mean, I don't care if you Quran, the Bible, whatever you do, there are so many examples of God calling somebody something, although they've not been there yet. There's so many examples of people, normal people every day, that we've seen attain greatness that came from meager beginnings. But yet we've been trained to believe that that's only for the special few. They know that they're too comfortable to change. And that is a sin. And that's why there are going to be so many that say, Lord, Lord, have I? He going to say, depart from me because I never knew you, because you live in your own little circle of mediocrity, and you lived in your own little circle of fear, and you never experienced faith a day in your life. It's going to be so sad that it said that some come running in robes of righteousness and the others in robes and garments of salvation. Why, motivational teacher? Because we've neglected our duties as a human being. That when he gave, we talked about the Great Commission yesterday on Bridge of the Nations, but when he gave Adam his commission to go be fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue, that we've walked away from, I'm gonna call it the greatest commission of a man. Hey, Courtney, we've walked away from it to work 8 to 5. We've walked away from it just to provide for my house. And our life is now adding no external value than out of my own address. And we're going to wonder why I'm not a millionaire, or I wonder why my business hasn't come into fruition. I wonder why I haven't gotten a promotion, because you're only living a narrow and comfortable life. You don't see yourself worthy of the 1% improvement. You got it, man. We got to start making decisions. We got to start making decisions. We got to start building processes around us. We got to start building systems around us that hold us accountable to what I said my goals and my dreams are. I got to find people in my life that's going to help hold me accountable. One reason why I love my wife, she holds me accountable. Didn't you say you were going to do? I don't say, oh, you demasculate me because I said I was going to do it. No, didn't you say you said you were going to do? I love holding me accountable to what I said I was going to do. We need people in our life and processes and systems in our lives that hold us accountable to our own words. I know this stuff is hard to stomach, and everybody want a New Year's message. I'm going into New Year's, a new year, new me. And my hands and feet, they look brand. I know people are looking for those right now. I ain't got that for you right here tonight. What I got is a life that is flowing with milk, a land that is flowing with milky honey if you want it. What I have for you is a life that above all, that you stay in good health and prosper. That's the life on the other side of these words. Oh, they're gonna be ups and downs. It's gonna be, yeah, you're gonna have some valleys, you're gonna have some peaks, you're gonna have all those things. But as long as I'm doing the 1%, I'm guaranteed to get where I want to go. I'm guaranteed to get where I want to go if I commit to my 1%. If you commit to the goal, you might hit the goal. Now what? I remember I had a friend and we had a goal to reach $100,000 one year. We wanted to say we were 6 figures. Man, we hit 6 figures. Because we were grinding and working so hard, we didn't even know we hit 6 figures. Because we attained the habits, and we had the systems, and we had the processes in place to get us to 6 figures. That when we got there, we didn't even know we were there. Why? Because we had become the people that it required to make 6 figures. And we didn't even know it. So my challenge to you is, I'm getting ready to get off this thing, because, like nights like tonight, man, I could talk for another 45 minutes. Because this stuff is on me thick right now. Like, I believe this is the best thing we can get for the new year. Come on, Virginia. Thank you. This is the best thing we can get for the new year. Oh, I could do something that rhymes. You're going to get a lot of rhyming messages here coming in soon. We're going to get all that stuff, all that New Year's. You're going to start hearing messages that rhyme with 222. We're going to start hearing all these cute messages. but what kind of change is going to come from it? I'm not about getting on here talking for your health or for me. I'm on here talking about change. I'm on here talking about change to get you from where you are today to where you want to be. That's going to require 1%. Who's worth the investment? I need somebody to get in the chat box and say, I am. All I need is I am. That's all I need. I am. Who's worth the investment? I am. I am. Come on, man. Get in that chat box. I am. Hey, man, prophesy to yourself tonight. I am. I see you, YouTube. I see you, Facebook. I am worth the doggone investment. That's what I'm talking about. And ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, man, it's starting to see so much clearer. Starting to see so much clearer. And I'm challenging you all to hang in here with your boy. Yeah, I see it. Some of y'all went double I am. Hang in here with your boy. Let's commit to getting on these things and commit to bringing our top 5 relationships, because if they can't grow with you, Lisa to make that thing personal. Lisa is worth the investment. That's YouTube. I know Facebook, y'all can't see it. I'm gonna see, can I pull it up? Lisa is worth the investment. I love it. I got other people coming in here. I am. We've heard it before, but still the same at the end of the year. You said that's so true. Let's not make that our testimony, and let's not make that our commitment going into 2022 coming out. Commit to the 1%. Man, I want to thank y'all for chiming into this conversation. And honestly, like I say every week, you all make these Motivational Mondays what they are. And man, I love popping on here and just seeing how you all encourage and love on one another. Also, helping us to be able to get to a new level. We are a community of people waging war on mediocrity. And if I don't hear from you, this is crazy. I don't even know when the first is. If I don't hear from you, I think this is the last Monday of this year. I'm not really sure. So charge it to my head, not my heart. If I don't pop back on before, I'm wishing you a happy new year. Hope you had a Merry Christmas and you got everything that you wanted. But I got to tell you, 2022, let's commit to the 1%. And until next time, I am challenging you to wage war on mediocrity. Your boy is out.
It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't